Stampers, Deb Valder here. I'm so excited to show you my card today. This is going to be a very elegant card. It is made with some beautiful stamps and accessories. And let's get started. The background stamp that I'm going to use is called Linked Lines. And this is the stamp set right here, and this is the way it looks. Remember, they come on clear plastic plates. We're just going to take and rip that off, okay? And grab my clear block. Now remember, the grids are on this side. We're going to use this side. And what I love about the grid lines is you can take and you can line up everything so straight. So what I'm doing is I'm laying the block down and adding the stamp to it. And it just clings. I don't have to press it. I don't have to do anything to it. So there's my stamp. I'm going to take my oatmeal cookie color infused ink pad, and I'm just going to ink up the whole thing. You want to make sure it's nice and inked, and then we're going to put our layer on top of that. And I'm using oatmeal cookie on top of oatmeal cookie. So here is my layer. The measurements for the card will be on my blog, and then I'm just going to take a scrap sheet of paper and throw that on there and just rub it. See, and I know I'm getting the edges because it's coming through right over here. See? Flat of your hand. Don't try to do your fingers or you're going to miss some spots. Flat of your hand, and we're good to go. Alrighty? So there's my background, and that's done. The next thing that I'm going to do is to add my ribbon. Now, people always say to me, how do you do your ribbon? How do you do your ribbon? I'll show you. Let's see. We're just going to take, you're going to go left over right, and we're going to fold this one into a bow. Okay, we're just, actually this one we're just going to take and turn it, bottom over top, and then we're going to, I'll make a video on just bow tying. This is just a lot of fun. Now this one I want to go side to side, so I'm just going to throw it on there like that. I'm not going to play with it yet. I'll dress it up a little bit at the very, very end when I know where it needs to go. Now this was about 24 inches of ribbon. I think I could have gotten away with a lot less, and I don't like to waste things, so I'll measure it and get back to you on my blog. Okay, make sure you check out my blog. So that's all done. Now we're going to take and we're going to cut out some of the pieces. We're going to do that with our Journey Platinum, and let's go and do that. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is to take my layers right here, and I used the circle die right here, and remember our circle die has the perforators already in it. You can use them with or without, and I'm also going to be using, on this particular one, I'm going to be using the Daisy Blooms, and the Daisy Blooms does have a stamp set. We're not using it on this one, but it does have a coordinating stamp set, so that's a bundle right there. And I'm also going to cut out one of these. And this too, the Flower Layers die, also has a coordinating stamp set that goes along with it. Alright? So these are the pieces that we're going to cut out. I'm going to go and run them through. So follow me on over, and we'll be right back. Alright, and now I'm at the cutting station. I've got my magnetic platform. I've got my cutting plate. I've got all of my layers all laid out for us. And I'm just going to run it through the cutting machine. This is the Journey Platinum. It's our larger cutting machine, and it is amazing. Check out my product review on that, and it is pretty awesome. Now I'm just going to take and lift these up and bring them over, and we will, I'll show you how to use the bloom tool to get everything out, okay? This one's already out, but that's because this is such a fantastic cutting machine. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and now I want to show you how to take and get these out of here. I cut out actually two of these big ones right here, and I cut out an extra of this one right here. But like, I don't like to waste paper, so I did put this one on the inside of it, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these in just a minute. So I'll lay out all the pieces in just a second. So now we're going to bring in, yes, that beautiful bloom tool. It's got a brush on it. It's got a whole bunch of tools to it. I call this one the dental tool. Doesn't that look like something they would pick your teeth with? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is try to remove everything from here. So the first tool that I want, now I'm going to have a product review guide on this one, so make sure you hop on over there. I also have an information sheet on my blog, so you can grab that from there also. So I'm just going to take and pull this down and pull this one out. I'll bring in some of my tools right here, and we're going to grab the, let's see, we're going to grab the little spatula. And with these holes right here, you can see that there is a little tiny knob right there, and you want to line up that little button right there with this, because that locks it in place. You can make it as long or as short as you want right here. So this one's just going to pop right out. I know it is. This one right here, the first one, is just going to pop right out. Now what I need to do is to take out the perforated ones. Before I do that, what I like to do is just run my finger all the way around it to make sure that all of the little tiny pieces, because they're so little and tiny, so just run your finger all the way around there just like that, and that's going to get those off, and that'll prevent you from having to poke your hole through the ones that don't come through. All right, so now I'm going to take my little spatula. Actually, I can take this one off also. All right, so now I have just the perforated ring, this piece right here. Okay, I have that left in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my spatula, and let's just start it with my finger. I'm going to take my spatula. Now listen to this. You know how you have that bubble wrap, and you sit there and you just love to pop those because it just, I don't know, it's a stress reliever. Well, that's kind of what this is for me. Listen to this. Listen closely. It's actually just spatulaing up and you don't have to pull and rip your paper. Is that not the coolest thing? So make sure you watch my product review for the Bloom tool, which everyone should own. It's got the brush on it. It's got all these little tools to go along with it, and it's just a time saver, actually. So these right here are all done. These are my little circle dies. I don't know if I showed them to you or not. These are the journey circles, and they do come with the perforators in there. Now we can get rid of this piece of paper right here, and I'm just going to use my brush. You see how that's just popping right out there? You don't want to put a lot of force on it. You just want to go nice and light. The lighter you go and just rub back and forth, the easier it will pop out, and it's just like that. And now with this right here, I have this so that I can use this beautiful little piece right here for another thing. That's what I said. I just love to save paper, and I'm doing this very delicately because this one right in here has a lot of detail to it, so I don't want to rip it. I want to use this for another card, so I'm just slowly taking this out, and I probably could even use my spatula with this, but I want to be very careful with these tiny little pieces right in here. See how they just pop right out? But I want to be very delicate. I'm taking the time to show you because I want to show you how cool this is. So now I have this. So did you see how much paper I actually saved by doing all of that? So this is the piece that I need. Let's get my yellow, this is orange. I want to get my orange cutting plate out, and we're ready to put our card together. What we're going to need is these two pieces that I cut out. All right, from one of the flower sets. This is from another flower set right here. You're going to need your little circle, okay, that we just popped out, and that's about it. So for these right here, I could take my journey tool and I could take one of the 3 embossers, and if I was going to do it, I would use the big one. But I love to use my here. All right, so I'm just going to take and really quickly just fold these up like that, okay, and again, we're going to do that for this one. And then for the last one, we're just going to take and curl these up. Now be very careful because like I told you, this is a very delicate flower, and you want to make sure that when you're doing this that you don't rip them off. You know, I love you, I love you not, I love you, I love you not. You don't want to do that. You want to keep all yours on there, okay? That's for this project, you want them all on there. I'm sure we could glue it back on if you did accidentally take it off, but I'm just being very gentle with it, and we're done. So we've got all those done. Let's take a look at our card. We've got this piece right here. We've got our ribbon attached. We've got the circle all done. We've got all of our flowers. We're ready to put together. So let's grab our card base. Remember, this is our 80-pound white cardstock, and we're going to just start putting things together. So the first thing I need to put on is my background. So I'm going to take and figure out where I want my bow. I'm just going to take, I like to just take and kind of push it from the back and the front at the same time. We're going to take that, and I want to pop that up. Now remember, we have, excuse my arm, we have 2 sets of pop dots, and I'll show you what I like to do so I don't waste a whole lot of them. I'm going to take my large ones for the outside, right here, and then I like to just hold the middle. I'll take one of the big ones, and I just like to put that in the middle just to give it some stability so it doesn't cave when it's going through the mail. Okay, and then we'll just take these little guys off. Okay. Remember, if you've got one that actually sticks and you can't get it off, if you just take your finger and just push it in like that, it pops up the sides and it makes it easier. It just kind of pops up the sides for you. These are very easy to get off though, so you don't really have that kind of problem with these, but if you do, and now what we're going to do is just add this to our card. Remember, it is popped up. Alrighty, so far looking like our card. Yay! Alright, the next thing we need to do is to add our little circle. And I'm going to do that also with some pop dots. So I'm going to take my little mini ones and just add those. Let's get this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to just take and add those. And that's where it's nice to have 2 different sizes. So here we go. We're just going to put these around here like this. I don't want to get them on my, nope, I didn't. Okay, I just don't want to get them on my, I don't want to get them on the holes perforated because you're going to end up seeing them if you do that. Alright, so we're just going to add this one to here. I could even take and cut them in half if I wanted to. And we're going to put this one right here. Alright, so now we'll take these off and add it to my card. Alrighty, so let's go right here underneath my bow. I could have even put my bow over just a little bit more, but I like it in the picture. Alright, so there's that, and now we're going to just start adding our little flowers. So I'm going to do that with my adhesive. And I think I might end up doing that with my mini glue dots right here. Okay, we call them journey dots. And what I like about these is they have the little piece right here, and you just add it so you're not touching it. And put that on the side. So here's our first one. Let's strategically place that one to cover up the little mini glue dots that we saw. And then I'm going to add the next one right here. That's going to go right on the top of this one. And I'm just going to take and anchor this one right up here. So I'm going to add another little one. That's what I love about these being on the little clear cellophane things, is that you don't have to touch them, and they are just so easy to put on. Okay, so that's anchored a little bit better. What I did was, just to show you, I I put it on the ribbon, and I didn't want it on the ribbon because it wasn't anchored on the top and the bottom, so I just added another little glue dot on the top and the bottom. So there's that. And now we're going to, excuse me, we're going to add these ones right here. So right in the middle. And right in the middle. And I just offset them. You see? I just offset them just a little bit. Okay, now we have all of those. The last thing that we have to do, I'm going to leave this one blank. I'm not going to put a sentiment on this one. I'm just going to leave this one blank for right now. And the last thing that we need to do is to put our pearls on there. Excuse me. And I'm going to just change my journey tool and put on the piercer. All right, because I like to pick them up. Remember, you're going to line up the little holes with the thing, and let's just add a big one to the middle, right here. And then I'm going to add my small ones right over here. So these are just our beautiful little pearls, and I'm just going to add them all the way around. Okay, and then when you're all done, you're going to have a card that looks just like this one. Now what I did with my bow is I just kind of pushed it to the side and then trimmed off the ends. I added my little, sentiment, and I'm good to go. That's my card for today. I hope you enjoyed it. You take care and have a great day.